In this episode, we are going to talk about money management in detail when it comes to paying yourself from a business and or a business sale. Let's get into it. This episode is brought to you by Rife Martin CPA with Allison Rife Martin Extraordinaire.
Ooh, that's a great thing to add to the last part of my name. That's what my auto signature will now be.
Yeah, extraordinaire. Yes, that's that. as
Oh my,
as as seen on the internet. They say as seen.
exactly right. Oh my gosh. Oh, well, so today we're going to talk about the fun part once you've gotten your money. What do you want to do with it? So, I think first off, what would the financial advisor say to the person who sold their business?
I would say, how much money do you want to be able to, do you want, not need, do you want to be able to spend every single month? That's like the first question, because that's like the most important question. Because
Right.
then we get to figure out how they need to generate that.
Right. And you're right. And then, and maybe not too, just what do you want? Knowing too that you want to be able to leave something for your kids. How do we want to plan for that too? That would probably be another great question I might ask.
Mm-hmm. Yep, yep.
So, I, as the CPA helping the seller, would say, okay, great. So now that you're going to invest it in however you plan to invest, let's just say you're going to go 50% in the stock market and 50% in uh, real estate. Oh, well, 20% in real estate and what, 30% in Bitcoin.
Yes, yes. I was hoping you were going to say that.
I don't know what kind of Bitcoin out there you're investing in, but you're going to do it. So, with that said, I would be asking, great financial advisor, what do you estimate the amount of investment income based on what they're investing on in all three buckets? The real estate might be a little harder because what are you doing with it? Is it a rental property? Is it a commercial something property? What do we need to do for that part? But I'd ask for an estimate because I think one of the things that, again, tax isn't the only decision, but it is something you do need to think about. So if you think you're going to make, I don't know, $100,000 a month in investment income, uh, what's the tax impact on that so that we can make an estimated tax payment every quarter that would factor into the what kind of how much money you need to be able to afford the lifestyle that you want,
Uh,
kind of a thing.
Awesome, awesome. And then what are your thought process around like how they should take income from the portfolio, whether it be dividends, distributions, or our favorite strategy, buy, borrow, die. How do you
It's funny. Everything it seems like every month when we do these episodes, I have just magically had these topics come up because I was just thinking about the buy, borrow, die thing. But that speaks to the real estate income that we were talking about. If we say we had, uh, we spent invested 20% in real estate. So there again, would I just take that money as a distribution? That might be the best way to do that. The dividend, the income. I think one of the things maybe we talked with the real estate, maybe there's where I'd pay myself a salary. I as the property manager, kind of a thing. If that's something that I'd want to do, I would structure it enough. I think I would try to figure out the sweet spot of where's how much salary to pay myself versus say the, investment income structure versus, whatever kind of earnings I'm going to generate from the Bitcoin.
got it? And
I
I
was just
go,
going to say that's kind of a structure as to what to works with, you'd have to work hand in hand with the financial advisor to be sure that it meets, again, the lifestyle, the income, monthly income that you need for whatever your goals are.
yeah, and I am, what's the word? Uh, Amazed at the products being built in the Bitcoin ecosystem to help, and it's flowing into the brokerage side too, because securities-backed line of credit and all those are becoming a bigger and bigger thing to and more mainstream. But specifically, there's products. The products started in the Bitcoin community from Bitcoiners having, all this money in Bitcoin, not wanting to sell it and wanting to be able to live off of it. And so you literally have products that are built to allow them to draw loans it reminds me of like life insurance. Like again, going back to life insurance, when I used to sell life insurance, you would see these rich families that would just live off the loans and have the life insurance pay off the debt when they died, from the benefit. And you can just do the math, right? Life insurance is probably easier because it doesn't fluctuate, but you also don't have as much money or growth. Bitcoin, you would have to have some sort of like safe withdrawal rate in case of a downturn, so you didn't get your loan called, right? But there's a way to structure it, especially if you have some money coming from real estate, some money from salary, so you have backup assets if you need backup assets to cover your Bitcoin loan. But I thought it was interesting because it's a entire industry being built and making it more mainstream, meaning like we know rich people did it, right? But now
Right.
it's mainstream, and there are lenders that are piling up to lend money against Bitcoin so that these Bitcoiners can get liquidity in the form of income to put into the economy. Like, it's crazy.
I was going to say, and it makes me think too, like the margin loans, or that you can, if you want to invest in real estate, or, I mean, there's all kinds of ways to make that work, and that's how you can live off your income, kind of a thing. So I think I don't want to say crazy because I don't mean crazy, but it's a crazy idea with how much opportunities are out there and different ways to invest your money so that you, again, can have a monthly income that you're looking for.
Awesome, awesome. Well, let everybody know how they can reach you if they want more, because this is in the world where I know you and I like to play, in the sophisticated world, which is being opened up to more and more, like, regular people. When I say regular, I mean like non-billionaires, right? But like
Yeah.
regular. Look, there's nothing regular about selling a business for $20 million, but you know what I mean. 10.
Oh, I was going to say, I feel like please, to anyone out there, please don't listen to TikTok for tax advice and investment advice. You can call us. So, and in fact, you can reach me on my website, rifemartincpa.com, or info@rifemartinaccounting.com. And um, maybe I'll practice some TikTok videos, but I'd much rather have a phone conversation with you about it. So
Thanks for sharing.
have a great day.
Philip Washington Jr. is a registered investment advisor. Information presented is for educational purposes only and does not intend to make an offer or solicitation for the sale or purchase of any specific securities, investments, or investment strategies. Investments involve risk and, unless otherwise stated, are not guaranteed. Be sure to first consult with a qualified financial advisor and/or tax professional before implementing any strategy discussed herein. Past performance is not indicative of future performance.